What's up, internet people? It's been a minute, so hello from me and Luffy and Evie. Luffy is from Japan. I did a One Piece Mugiwara store haul of all my plushies, and this guy's from Target. I'm actually back in the States right now, so I'm gonna probably do a video of all my Pokemon. They were too big for me to bring to Japan. It's 10:30 p.m. right now. Got a text from my neighbor, and they sent me a picture of right outside the Northern Lights happening right now. This is right outside right now. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll insert a better picture. So I went outside to go see if I could see it. You can see it really dimly. I've also seen the Northern Lights in Iceland and they were more green. That was in April. But yeah, I have seen the Northern Lights before, and tell me in the comments below if you've seen the Northern Lights and if your experience was any different. But from my experience, I feel like the lights don't really look like what they look like in photos. In photos, they're a lot more colorful. In real life, I feel like it looks, in today's case, like a pinkish reddish cloud, almost like light pollution. And you have to look really closely to see that it's moving. It might just be because it's moving slower. Because when I was in Iceland, they moved faster and I was on this tour, so you could see them more clearly in that sense, and you could kind of focus on them and be like, okay, this is the movement. But I just stepped outside really quickly and I was like, okay, you can kind of see it, but my phone is, I think it's the iPhone X, so it doesn't even have night camera. But on this camera, I was able to take a couple of photos. I think I'm gonna go out and I want to take some pictures with Luffy. So today's video is pretty much going to be taking photos with Luffy under the Northern Lights and letting you know how that goes. Here's Bulbasaur. I'm going to get an outfit right now because right now I'm just wearing these PJs. These are the BT21 PJs. I don't know if I've showed you this. And then this is just this zip up that I got from Marshalls. I did miss Marshalls so much when I was in Japan. I missed Marshalls and TJ Maxx so much, but in Japan they had Uniqlo or GU, which is like the cheaper version of Uniqlo, which I don't know if they have in the US, but it's basically a cheaper version of Uniqlo. So I think I'm gonna go with this white sweater dress. I think it's wool. I actually bought this in the States. I probably bought more clothes from Uniqlo while I was living in the States before I moved to Japan. And when I was in Japan, I usually bought stuff from thrift stores or GU. Sorry for this lighting, and my room is really messy, but you can see some of my plushies here from Japan. I'm thinking of going with this outfit just because it's super fast to put on. I don't know how long the Northern Lights are gonna last, and also I don't really know anything about night photography, so I'm hoping that with my camera the white will look better because it will reflect the light more, is what I think. So we're gonna go with this. Okay, we got the sweater dress on. It's literally just a white sweater dress. I'm just going to go take photos of myself and Luffy, so nothing matters, but I got this from Jerry Draws. Jerry Draws. So this is a little bag. I'm gonna bring this with me, so we're basically like this. So that's the outfit, and then Luffy's gonna come. So I'm just gonna go and take some photos. There's no one out here right now, but you can't really see it. I'm gonna try to get some pictures though. You can see it on the camera. So it was too dark outside to film anything on my camera, but Luffy got to see his first Northern Lights with me, and I think I have some photos that came out. I just Googled how to take night photography, but I just put it on ISO 1600 and put it in auto. I was taking pictures of just the scenery at first because with your bare eyes, you couldn't really see where exactly the Northern Lights are. There's a lot of light around, so I was like, is this light pollution? What's going on? But you can also see a lot of stars. I pretty much was taking pictures to see where the actual Northern Lights were. It was pretty much consistently this one line of pinkish red, maybe two lines at some points or in some photos. Once I figured out where they were, I just did a self timer, and you can see in the photos, I'll show you in the order that I took them. Sometimes, like if I was standing too close, the background would focus more on me and like the white dress, and the sky would look a little bit more blue, and you couldn't really see the Northern Lights as much. But then when I kind of stood back more, I don't know, the camera just focused, I guess, on the sky. I really don't know how this this works. I don't even necessarily know if the pictures came out that well because the viewfinder is kind of small, so I can't really see. It looks good to me, but when I look at this on my computer later, maybe they won't look as good. I thought I got a couple of good photos. I mostly just wanted to capture me and Luffy and the Northern Lights, and then in some of the photos, the Sunny-Go also. These are actually so funny to look back at, but basically I had no idea where the Northern Lights were. So here I'm just taking a bunch of pictures of the sky to figure out, and I told you these are like the red lines that I was seeing. And in a second, I start taking pictures of Luffy just to document the fact that he was here with me. Look how cute he looks. I think this one is the best. It's the most clear of him. So honestly, I'm kind of surprised because I feel like the best photo in this whole video is the one from my neighbor, which she took on her iPhone. But all of these were taken on the Sony RX100 III, so the third version. And I'm a complete beginner. I have no idea what I'm doing. It was all spur of the moment. I barely changed any setting. I was just using auto. So if you keep that in mind, I'm just having fun playing around, figuring out what I'm doing. But I mean, hey, the Northern Lights showed up on the photo, so that's a win for me. And in a second, you'll see I start posing in them. So as you can see, the background doesn't really capture the Northern Lights like these photos. So I was trying to figure out how to get it less blue. Like here, it's focusing too much on me, and this one too. So I was like, okay, maybe I gotta stand further back. Here I'm testing it out with the self timer, and I feel like you can see the red pretty well in these, but basically I'm just trying to figure out where to stand, where to put my camera. And as a solo traveler, that's pretty much what you're doing a lot. You're trying to figure out how to see things, and there's no viewfinder because it's dark, so you wouldn't be able to see yourself in it anyway. Back to trying to figure out where to put my camera. I'm also putting it on a rock. I don't have a tripod, so that's something that you should obviously have if you're a solo traveler. When I was in Japan, I did actually have 2 tripods, one of which had a remote control that you could take videos or photos of yourself from far away, so that was super helpful. But alas, both of them broke, so here I am using rocks. So you can kind of see now that I'm getting into a groove of the photo taking. Some of them I'm not standing close enough, or some it's becoming this blue light again because I'm standing too close, but that does focus better on me, so the trade-off is there. I think we're coming up on my favorite one, but all of these I think are good enough photos in their own way. This is my favorite one, so I hit it with the edit right here. The edit makes it kind of look worse, honestly, but there we go. That's the thumbnail. And then you can see it progressively getting more and more fun, like the poses. I'm trying to hit some kind of like leg up or something, but because it's long exposure, that's the other thing that I changed in the settings. It's not really going to capture movement well, so actually I should be standing really still, so the leg up jumping type thing isn't really working out, which I quickly figure out and adjust to with these still ones. So normally when I'm traveling solo or doing self-portraits of any kind, I usually just film it as a video and take a screenshot, but it's so different because I'm filming at night here, so I couldn't do that. But it was really fun to play around with the long exposure shots here and get that weird light refraction thing. Yeah, that was my experience. It was super fun, super cold. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you saw the Northern Lights too. I didn't know that it was gonna be here until my neighbor texted me. So shout out to my neighbor. I'd be curious to hear about other people's experiences with the Northern Lights, just because I feel like when I talk to people, they say that they see it super clearly and like it's dancing and everything. And I kind of saw that in Iceland, but it wasn't definitely as vibrant as people say. So I don't know if I'm just not going to see it at the right time or the right place, but Luffy got to see it. I got some photos. So anyway, thanks for watching if you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next video, which hopefully should be coming very soon. Bye!